Hi everyone, it's Fruit Review, again. Today I will review the movie Real Steel. The film is set when super-powered machines are replace people in the ring. Boxers have officially returned to their hometowns. Charlie was also a famous boxer with the magic of melancholy. He's just an out-of-time fighter now, into a state of debt. Because all the money we get and we borrow all over the place. He used to buy himself an old and ugly robot called Amber. Charlie brought it to the fair. The kid saw the robot coming. Please take a picture. Charlie asked for $5. Of course they are. Even if you're kind enough to cut the price in half. I don't want to pick up with the kids. You bring the robot in. But Albert's opponent is heavier than the deal. Before that. So I'm asking for $20,000. Ricky replied, "What's wrong with your face? It's a poor work." Charlie's lying about my money. Filled truck outside Kia. This guy believes that the war is about to start. Ambrose appeared in the crowd's roar. Based on your combat experience, Charlie controls Ambrose dodging attacks of the cow. Then time it. Give it a punch. The sky is missing. Charlie's face cheered to everyone's applause. Ready to fuck girls. And because of his contempt, the cow gave Albert a lame leg. Sorry Charlie, please stop the game. But it's a long time before Ricky agrees. So, Ambrose has been sucked by the aggressive bull. And just a minute ago, it was so awesome. And now, turned into a pile of scrap metal, nothing more or less. I want my leg back from the kids. But times change. They demanded a ransom of $5. Charlie had only one way to hide his scrap metal. Before Ricky peels you off. Suddenly I found two people chasing me. Give them a punch because you think they're creditors. I didn't expect to hear back. My ex-girlfriend just died. And Charlie is responsible for his 11-year-old son. At the trial. What's the woe's danger? She's fighting with her husband for custody of her nephew. But by law the court still handed over the woe to Charlie. I wanted to come back here for the procedure. To sign the agreement is to give custody back to the wife's sister. Now I can see the husband. The wealth of Deezer. And he wanted to give the woe to the orphanage. Make him feel good about his wife. You have to pay me $100,000 in exchange for custody. He gave half first. I asked him to take care of the woe for a while. They are busy abroad. Charlie was glad the money fell in the sky. Hurry up to buy a new robot. Then go to the bathroom. The owner of a gym is about to close. The reason Charlie's in debt, she doesn't pay. However, Thai love is not over. She continues to repair the Charlie robot. At this time the desert couple brought the My aunt didn't know about their transaction. Your father's meeting was nothing more embarrassing. When Mark found out he'd sold himself to buy a robot, he asked for half the money to be able to leave the house in the doused. But Charlie's got the right belt. Mark is extremely remorseful and hurt. But when I got inside, I saw my dad's new robot. That's Poker Bo, a famous boxer in the boxing world. He's a big fan of these iron fighters. Charlie was also very happy to try give it a command. But the snowy bow didn't move. He only understands Japanese. That's how it works in the big leagues. The toilet tried to convert it to English. Nice boy has a whole panel. With the available moves, we both hope it will make it. Charlie took it to the car. But Mark took the key. One condition is to take you with me. I'm going to throw it down the drain. Both of you go to the film's underground ring. The complacent Charlie officially skipped the minor leagues. Declare war on Midas to win this place. Let Max forget you should take one step at a time. From within, the current champion is known as the Pain Machine. Step out. After the show, both were brought into the field. Just started saying Bo threw a blow at his opponent. Midas just stood up and was beaten up. But the fun doesn't last long. When he said Bo was going to throw the final blow, Midas hits him in the back, punches him in the stomach. The unexpected event. Charlie couldn't figure out how to do it. You don't even understand the tricks on the control panel. What does it mean? He ordered Noah Bo to be cut off by Midas. The opponent grabbed his other arm and punches him repeatedly in the head. Finally, Nice Bo couldn't take it, had a bad ending. Charlie 7 is full of hope. When the robot wants a bunch of money, it's just scrap metal now. Max is just as upset about his father. Say you don't think before you work. And it's heartless when you're ready to throw away what you don't need. Charlie just threw me in the car. I ran out of money to buy a new one. Night 2 people go to the scrapyard to find devices for self-assembly. It's raining hard right now. Charlie just found it. Tell your son about his golden age. But Mark was carelessly standing on the edge of a wormhole. Charlie just saw it. It was also the time when the ground collapsed and Mark was swept away. Fell a lucky bolt. Mark in a robotic arm. And be retained. I rushed down. He grabbed his son's hand and successfully pulled him up. Mark found out there was a whole thing. The robot is buried beneath the soil. The boy wants to take it home, because that's my benefactor. But Charlie agreed, and he left him alone. I didn't chase him and dig out the robot myself. Thanks to the rain, the soul drifted away. The next morning he managed to pull it out. Even though this robot saved your life. Max is still angry. You're the worst dad of the year. Go home. Charlie asked the toilet to help him assemble the iron. It's a new robot. But you've put up with all your nonsense. I gave up to make my own money to maintain this gym. Charlie also understood the problem. But he asked her to help the robot. Bring me a battery replacement. And connect it to an old control panel. The robot thought the cow was sitting up. Not only that, but also to simulate action from the opposite. Now it's your father's turn. Charlie fighting for the robot. He wanted to break it down and sell it for scrap metal, but Mark agreed. Boy took it to the bathroom. After playing the mud, I found the name Adam. And decided to ask Dad to let me take it to the ring. But the toilet says it's outdated. It's just a training robot. Except for high endurance and copy movements. You can counterattack. But father is a child. Mark is determined to take it to the ring. Mark is getting more and more passionate about it. Because maybe Adam's the only one listening. And play with you. One day I found out through the toilet that your father was a boxer. You are very buffalo. He even punched the second-ranked man in the world. Before the blow could idle, Charlie had already knocked himself down. I think winning is the most important thing. At the same time, you're leaving the toilet not to involve her anymore. And then continued to roam in his car. Both of them went to the international arena. Charlie asks the movie to help him borrow money to repair robots. But an anonymous person like you has no guarantees. So it was rejected. I was waiting for my father when I saw it drop. It's the best robot so far. Ka called him an invincible steel punch. Designed by the leading genius of the subject. The boy with the fan's gaze forgot to blink. Was thrown by the staff for the towel they dropped. Charlie couldn't borrow. Are desperately desperate. I have to wait for Max to see the fight. The robots that encounter it are all dead. The two of you disagree and got into a fight. Charlie's decided to take Adam to the fight tomorrow. To completely extinguish the boy's hopes for survival. The next morning I woke up. So Mark spent the night. To program combat moves for the Adam. The two of you set off for the village pond tournament. The boss offered a price of 100 for a round. But Mark confidently asked for 300. Find the boy interesting. He said if the Adam. One round will cost you $1,000. This time it's a robot called Metro. With a very wild appearance. One side hand equipped with hammer. This time Max took control. But the outer Adam withstands the blows of the opponent. There is no other reaction. Max is just a kid. It's pretty awkward to control. And limit the technique. Until the Adam is smitten by it. And fall to the ground. Hot Boy came next to Adam. And scream or stand up. And it really turned up. It's also when the clock goes off at the end of the first half. Charlie couldn't believe it and jumped off. The boss plays the fool, not General Money. That's doubled for the second round. Who would have thought this would just start? Expensive to a Tom strikes a blow with both hands in his opponent's throat. The calves are short-circuited and smoking. He rewards himself with his hands. And the car slammed your face on the ground. The first launch of the Adam was a lettuce like that. Charlie gets his first $2,000. There are people who challenge for another match for $7,000. Mark went home to continue his research and install voice recognition. From two old robots to chill out. Now just say Mark, it'll be able to do whatever you want. The boy was happy to dance hip-hop with him. To be more complete, he even persuaded his father to teach Joe Adam. But she refused. Instead, Charlie told the boy to let him dance. In the next match, because this can attract an audience. They set conditions. If Charlie teaches him martial arts, you'll dance. I finally used my boxing skills. Give it the defenses. The most effective attack. It was soon Saturday, stuck the atom on the floor. There's even a garden dance. Make the whole audience boil. Sequentially after that, Adam, take your father and you win battle after battle. At this rate, they have to buy a money counter. News about this emerging robot fast land transmission. It's all over the news. Charlie also sent money to the toilet. Pay her debt and repay her kindness. Soon the World Robot Association came along and invite Adam to this season. Charlie couldn't believe the dream. Yours was so close. I'm both excited and scared. But blame it on the sun. While the woe was extremely calm refurbishing show Adam. Right now, suddenly, they both received an invitation to the room. Sitting there is its owner. Mix out a beautiful woman full of ambition. She asked to buy an Adam to make a beer. At a price as high as $200,000. Charlie wanted to shoot right away. But Mark agreed. Adam is not an object but his best friend. You chase your son, tried to convince Max, but to no avail. Very quickly the match started. With the interest of millions of viewers across the country. Even the toilets. Adam's opponent came on stage. The experts are really formidable, with two heads that double vision. There's also a team of 5 professional drivers. It's all analyzed by a computer. Adam came out with the dance from Max. And the support consists of just two boys and two bows. Charlie is in control and Max is praying. At first it just launched simple attacks. It's easy to avoid and fight back. But it seems to be a way of probing the strength of the opponent. Not long after, increase speed and change the angle of attack continuously. Charlie didn't make it back in time. That the Adam is hit without fail. Takes a while. I finally discovered its weakness. Every time you raise your hand, it takes time. Charlie hurriedly directed the Adam to attack his hand. Close range will limit the loss of Trin's hand. Adam approached and punched his opponent in the head. Specialized in heavy system failure. Complete loss of ability to fight. Listen to your father for a long time. The end result is that the two-headed robot turns into a pile of scrap metal. Everyone burst into the ring. With this less than 2-minute match, Adam quickly became a youth idol. Get excited and get angry. The referee's microphone. I want to talk about Farah. Instead of using money to manipulate people, then accept the challenge from Adam. It will definitely beat the fall. Then enthusiastically went to rock the stage. My dad got the first place. Let's take each other to celebrate, but the plan was shut down by the creditor. Ricky at the beginning of the movie. Even though Charlie said he'll pay him the principal and the interest. But Ricky was still not satisfied and wanted to feed him onions. Charlie punches a guy and then runs off with his eyes. But he hasn't been caught very far. The whole council of you, a battle of Rabba, even pushed down. Charlie is anxious to fight back, but in the end, the solo was measured, and then they stole all the prize money. Of two fathers. That night I realized I was a bad guy. He doesn't deserve to be a good father. So I decided to contact Daisy. Bring the woe to them. And he didn't take the rest of the money from Marvin. But in return Max is extremely 7 hopes. Bo reacts violently and begs him to let himself be by his side. They have to realize their dreams together. Make Adam the current champion. Look at the Bo's poor eyes. Charlie's a little wobbly. But in the end I let you go. I want the best for my son. Before leaving, Max choked and said, I want you to fight for me. That's all I ever wanted. On the way back to the memories. And Charlie was confused and upset. Go back to the bathroom. She said she needed a father. It's not a rich life. But Charlie felt he didn't deserve him. Alex said, what you need to care about is Max's feelings. You have to understand what the boy wants. That's what brought Charlie back. He hugged her and thanked her and immediately went to find Max. Charlie tried to express his regret. I'm sorry for all the hurt I've done to him. And now you've come to make it right. Behind Charlie is Adam. And BA will once again step into the arena. Match a live roof match with Very. This made the Bo very emotional. And fortunately, Daisy is a kind, compassionate woman. She allowed and supported both of you. The day of the fight for the man who came to the arena in New York. They're talking about two unequal fighters. Team Adam stepped into the ring as a challenger. Received a lot of cheers from everyone. But Chief Aura has struck a preemptive blow with the wrong side. Let the MC continuously polish the name drop. And despise Adam. Ricky also came outside. Confidently bet $100,000 that Adams can't get through the first half. The drop inside appeared, with the villain Halo. Along with Tay's talent of lip dancing. He was described as an invincible warrior. Just got into battle. Adam immediately ate a punch of falling to the floor. But after being urged by Charlie, stand up your hands. But I can't stand up straight. Has been punched into the corner. Let Charlie try to get the Adam out of the corner. But he still dropped his mattress on the floor. In the first few seconds, the Adam collapsed 3 times. With Max's strong encouragement, Adam seems to have heard. You stand up again. And this time you succeeded. Hook a blow from the bottom to the jaw drop. That one punch really gets him drunk in your face. But people are also amazed. For an obsolete machine like the Adam, touching a drop is a very difficult thing. Take this opportunity. Adam is constantly hitting it into the corner. In front of everyone's horror. But very quickly, the situation is reversed into the dead corner and punch it with both hands. The alarm goes off at the end of the first half. And the Adam is a live wrinkle. Charlie burst onto the stage. Ricky rushed to find a hole. But this extreme loss is there that the kidney is not enough to pay. But the movie gave the Watchmen before. What kind of fool is dead? Charlie and Mark quickly changed the battery and wire it back to the Adam. Before the start of the second half, it seems to be Phase Raw, recognizing the risk. So they were whispering something to each other. The 2 Adam curtain is dropped and thrown away like a can. But then he's got a bunch of punches in his face. So the new round begins. The attacks of the Very are all over the Adam's chest. But you can still fight back. I was knocked down and stood up again. In the middle of the 4th round, he started his death move. It's focused squarely on the Adam head, causing its voice recognition device to fail. Adam couldn't hear Charlie at all. Debo offered to switch to simulation mode. And Charlie's going to help him fight this final round. I was going to refuse. But again, surrender to the earnest eyes of his son. To the atomic battle this time tit for tat. He also dropped some drunk shots. People quickly. Turns out it's invisible, according to Charlie. But the Adam is still cornered. While dropping his moves continuously, it only gives to God hands. Macedo is also directly supervised by the director. Stop the Adam at full speed. They believe they have the victory. But did not expect you've fallen into Charlie's trap. I just want to make it burn out. Falling slowly and slowly. And then finally, in the cheers of the whole ring, you throw a hook punch at it. And hit it on the head. Massage, Tanik turns on the handlebars hoping to save the situation. But it's all useless. Because to duel a promising boxer like Charlie, it's no different than fighting rocks with eggs. It's like seeing yourself in the audience. The first time he saw his father. It's so majestic. The Joe was so great that it brought tears to my eyes. I wish I could have been there sooner. But not Sal, because you can already see that day. After a lot of hard work, the glass also strikes a decisive blow. Use all your strength and defeat Farah's God of War. Although, it's still standing before the alarm goes off. Echoing. The match was closed and the judge still decided Cho won. This made the whole arena very unhappy. But they also understand where these results come from. Despite winning Max Salary Kin Championship, but they can only humiliate themselves. While Adam is widely recognized to become a national champion. The 2 of us hugged each other and held hands. The Adam burst in triumph. The movie is over. Steel Punch is a very meaningful movie. Show me the faith. And how it's hopefully going to affect. Never give up on your dreams. As well as, AI also needs to be given a chance to fix the mistakes. Sometimes life will beat you in its own way. But only you are the one who accepts. Give up or stand up. Like an Adam even though it's just an inanimate robot. But it seems that Atoms also feel emotions. Of human beings. Adam was Max's lifesaver. So no matter what it costs to buy the Adam. Mark decided not to sell. The benefactor saved his life. You believe that Adam is a very special robot. Thank you very much for supporting Fruit Review. The channel can grow as it is today. If you see or give yourself a like, along with a feel-good review of this movie. In particular, subscribe to the channel to follow the summaries. My latest movie. See you, dear friends.